Welcome to this guided podcast. My name is Terje, or Terry, if you will. And today about miracles, they do come true. And an amazing discovery I had in a cafe coming up. But first I would like to share with you my doubt that keeps coming back. I'll just find this place to sit down and I'll tell you all about it. This is all right. Not too much wind. Sometimes I feel making this podcast and YouTube channel that I'm making the biggest mistake of my life. I'm gonna take this headset off. Sometimes doubt kicks in and says, what the? You have no proof that this is true. You have your own beliefs and experiences, and that's it. And then I go, yeah, oh yeah, what am I doing? People think I'm crazy. And then I remember all the signs and all the tests that has been with a positive result. And I think this is the doubt question is important. Because the more I experience this and think about this, is that it's key. It's essential for how the guides work. They, I know I've said this before, but they leave room for doubt. There is no way well, how I see this, I'm sure they could come through and just prove their existence beyond all doubt, right? But that would be to infringe, I think the word is, to step on a free will. Then people will be forced to believe in the spirit world. And I think that awakening and believing is about choice. I think that it's about having faith and trusting and not proving. It's about an inner knowing more than a scientific knowing. And the thoughts of my guides and the spirit world and when what happens when we so-called die, it never fades the interest. I spent hours and hours and hours and hours listening and watching and learning about this topic. I find it very fascinating and it kind of makes sense to me. You know, the more I learn, the more I see that I'm not really surprised. At some level, I kind of knew this before. It's like getting a confirmation of what is natural. And I really like the image I got, that we are astronauts. We have decided to come to this planet and to discover and to live and love and learn. Oh, that's a good one, the 3 L's. And we have a team like NASA team back in Houston, helping us, guiding us. It makes sense that we're not in this alone. It makes sense that we have someone helping us. What doesn't make any sense is that this life is it, and this is everything. What's the point of that? Now, doubt comes in waves, and sometimes I'm really doubtful. And now I'm looking at, probably can't see it, but it's a flock of birds with geese with children or something. It's too far away, you can't see it on camera. Should all this be a coincidence? No, I don't think so. Anyway, for this next part, I would like to, because what I do in the podcast is I talk more about what happened during the weekend. And one thing that did occur was a miracle. I started the day, the video is about me asking for a miracle, just a miracle, no topic or, up to the guides. And nothing happened until I checked my account at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and there was a ton of money there. And of course, when you read where the money comes from, it doesn't say, have a nice summer, best regards from the spirit guides. That's not how they work, you know. That would be awesome. So there's a fine and logical explanation where those money came from. Of course there is. So I took it as a miracle. Would the money have shown up even though if I didn't ask for a miracle? Yeah, probably. Thing is, I have no clue whatsoever how much power these guys have and what they can change and what they can adjust and what they know about the future. Maybe they knew I was gonna ask, or maybe they put the idea in my head that I'm gonna ask for a miracle on that day, knowing that the money will come. I don't know how they work. All I know, but I got a ton of, not a ton, but you know, quite a bit of money that I did not expect, and it was great. So I think it's probably impossible to understand how this spirit thing works from a human perspective. So that's what this channel is all about, trying to figure out as much as we can, right? And then I showed a video where I struggled to remember a name. And I said to the guy, I closed my eyes and I just visualized the woman and I said, hey guys, please help me with the name of this woman. And boom, it showed up. You know, this is amazing. If you're a student doing an exam, you probably read the answer. You know the answer to the question, but you can't seem to find it in your mind. Ask the guides, you know? And in my experience, that those answers come immediately. If you ask for a sign or something to happen, it might take a little time, but those things that you actually do know, it's in your mind, you have learned it at some point. It's very easy to access if you just focus, connect, and ask them. And it just appears like an idea or a thought, and you just go, oh yes, that's it. And the amount of how much the spirit guides, sometimes I see, don't quote me on this, okay, but sometimes I see me and us as remote radio controlled cars. I think they can. I was looking for an address the other day, and I was sure it was on this side of the road, on the right hand side, and I was looking there, and I don't know why I did it, but suddenly I turned my head and looked at the other way, and there it was. It was they had moved, and I registered that I moved my head after I moved my head. So sometimes I think we are they are all around us and controlling us as much as they want. Yeah, especially after we start connecting to them and give them you know, the green light to go ahead and to do that. Yeah, so that whole improving memory thing, it's a very cool tool to have with you. So all you have to do is, you don't have to close your eyes, but if I can, I do. I just connect, because what I think it's important that we connect from, as much as possible, the soul version of us, and not the ego that, you know, wants to be cool and impress and all that, but to really go inside and connect and just ask in a normal way, guys, what's the name of that woman again? And her name is Christina Lopes. That's the name I had forgotten. Yeah. Other videos the last few days is how they kept an annoying fly away from me. It was bugging me, and I just asked them, can I keep this fly away? And the image I'm getting is, because the fly wasn't gone, it was just around other tables, and the image I'm getting is that it almost like they surrounded me and just made like a wall for the fly not to cross, right? They would never hurt the fly or anything, but it kept the distance. That's amazing. Yeah. So does these things always work? No. I recently, in fact today, shot a video about things that do not work. And for some of the ideas. There's a good reason why they didn't work, I think. Some others, I don't know why they didn't work, but I'll post that soon on the YouTube channel. Because and I really want to share the ups and the downs and the doubts, and also when things don't work. Because so far, you know, kind of all of these are recent discoveries or recordings. So no, it needs to be authentic and real. Yeah. Okay, thank you for listening or watching, and I'll see you soon.